Hey guys, if your person is a Taurus, sun, moon, or rising sign, or you were just attracted to this video, there's a message here for you. And maybe the first message may be that maybe this connection just kept getting interrupted or didn't get off the ground or whatever, because this is the seventh time I'm trying to record your video. And just weird things just keep happening. All right, so let's see what happens. All right, now, and if you've heard it already, I have to repeat it for those that haven't been watching. I have moved back home to Tobago. I'm usually in Trinidad. But because of the rising tensions with US and Venezuela, I didn't want something to happen and I be cut off from my family. So I'm here until, I guess, the powers that may, the elephants that want to fight, decide what's going to happen. In the meantime, I'm going to enjoy myself with my family. All right, so the energy underneath is slimy. Okay, so maybe this person's a real frog to you, right? You didn't get to see the prince side of this person when you guys were together, and maybe they weren't on the up and up, kind of a slippery slick kind of figure. Okay, maybe they were there jumping from this one to that one. No consistency, no commitment. Interest, but no intent. Okay. 1 second. Okay, sorry about that. Don't know why I caught it again. All right. Let's see the energy generally. The energy generally is can't be caught. Okay. So someone who is a tad elusive. Tad elusive, but what I'm getting here is commitment phobic. Okay. And commitment phobic for like even this card is fucking elusive, right? They don't see love as a reciprocal activity. They see love as people coming to take or extract from their energy or light. This is what this person thinks. Look at it, right? Right? That they're just, money grubbing. Maybe that's what they think people want them for. That people are there trying to use them. Maybe people think that they are wealthy and trying to take from them. But this person sees people just wanting to extract. And maybe that's how their past relationships have been. So you might be coming in and they might want to trust you, but the past keeps popping or rearing its ugly head, and they are very defensive because all they experience in the past is people trying to extract and not trying to give back. Let's see their energy towards you. So they could be self-isolating, and I feel like it might be something that they're aware of. It might be something that they want to change. We do have a card number 10, which is the end of a cycle. It's something that they're healing. We see the stars there, but it might be something that was operating in your relationship. Energy towards you, we have the spark, right? So there's definitely passion here. There's definitely the interest here. It's if they want to ground the spark at this time. And they certainly do see you as a bright spark. They see you as someone just absolutely wonderful. I think they're very much intrigued by you. They see you as someone who is progressive, who is doing things in their life, someone who's incredibly abundant because you're here in this energy of the Empress. So they see your full potential. So this whatever is going on with them ain't got nothing to do with you. Okay, it has nothing to do with you. It has everything to do with this person and their past, particularly their past relationships. We have the magical shapeshifter in reverse. What do they think about you? there's a part of them that wants to believe that you're different, but I think the past keeps encroaching on this relationship, and maybe that's why it was difficult for me to actually get to start to record this, because there's so many things that were intruding. This wasn't working, that wasn't doing it, blah 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 blah. Right? So as much as this person, wants to trust, because we see the blindfold is on, they want to trust you, they want to reach out, they feel the spark within them, they feel the spark, right? They keep thinking about those magical shapeshifters from the past, and sometimes they think you are that person. And the magical shapeshifter for me in reverse is the master manipulator, right? The chameleon, the con artist, right? So it looks like this person has been really hurt in the past, really hurt, and that energy is still stored in their heart space, still stored in their core. So even when they know better, I think they get big triggers when it comes, and it's not personal to you when it comes to relationships. So I see someone here, they want to trust you, but the past keeps intruding. The past keeps encroaching. And in that case, there's nothing you can do. You can be as consistent as you want, but until that person starts really doing the internal work, there's absolutely nothing you can do. It's like, those jealous partners that want to see inside of your phone. You could show them the inside of your phone 100 million times. It's not going to do anything for their trust issues. That's an inside job, right? That's an inside job. Okay. Let's see what they want to talk to you about today. So you're being you, you're being consistent, you're showing this person that you care, but the past keeps encroaching. I don't read reversals in this deck. We have detachment, and that's why, you sometimes may find them very cold or aloof, or again, they may self isolate, right? They just keep thinking that everybody, and it's everybody in their life. I don't even think that this is just the intimate relationships. This person is paranoid. They're paranoid, not without cause, but it's something that they have to get a handle on, because it is sabotaging all their relationships right now. They gotta trust somebody sometime. All right, what do they want to talk to you about? So definitely tapping into an avoidant personality. What I want to tell you about is some secrets that they have. Okay, they want you to know. All right, Spirit, tell us about these secrets that they want to talk about. What's these secrets that they want to tell you about? We have the Emperor. It certainly could be about a father figure in their life. Now, this is number 8, which is a strength card. And then we have the Emperor, which is also about power and strength. So I feel like they want to tell you about a time where their power or their strength was compromised or transgressed in some sort of way. That's what I feel they want to talk about. Let's see what's going on. It could be as well that because I see that Emperor card there, and Emperor is father, it could also be that paranoia that they have, or those trust issues that they have, could be something transgenerational on their father's side of the family. Now, I'm a Taurus, right? My dad was a serious conspiracy theorist. Can I tell you that a lot of these conspiracies turned out to be true? But he grew up. He was a child during World War II and all of that. So there's a lot of trauma connected with that. And then having been, sometimes I call it betrayed by his own father. He kind of abandoned them when their mother died and married somebody else and all kinds of stuff. So my dad had some serious trust issues as well. So it's resonating for me. It's not something I've ever looked at, but sometimes when you do readings, you get so much insight about yourself. Anyway, we had the Emperor in reverse. And the Emperor in reverse is not being able to see something within yourself before. Just like me in that moment, right? We have the Knight of Cups in reverse. I'm moving slowly because even as the cards come out, I am reflecting upon myself. I want to bring the message for you guys, but then I can't help but reflect on myself. And the message is also for me. And then we have the Empress in reverse. We have the Eight of Swords in reverse. And we also have the Ten of Cups. All right. So I'm just going to say the messages that are coming through. Okay, so first thing, let's go back to that paranoia intergenerationally with the father, right? So your person's been doing some serious introspection, which they weren't doing before, right? I think this person was, some people just glide through life and they're not able to introspect at all. They just live the life unexamined. I think your person was one of those. Live the life unexamined. They may go into the same lessons, different people, but it's not clicking at all that there's a lesson here. You could see it plain as day, right? But not clicking that there's a lesson here, right? Everything is somebody else's fault, right? So it looks like they weren't able to see that their inability to love, their inability to connect was connected to something that happened to them in childhood with their mother, and also it looks like some sort of emotional abandonment by the father. So we have mother and father. Look, we have a mother walking away from this child right here. And my dad's mom is like so many things are coming in too, right? My dad's mom, she died when he was just 12, right? And she died, well, we could say in childbirth, because just a week or so after she gave birth, and she gave birth to a lot of children, right? Anyway, right? So there's this abandonment by the mother and then abandonment by the father, and they just never grow. Your person's realizing they just never grew beyond what happened to them. So the age and that trauma, to the age, that the chronological age that trauma happened, is the emotional age that your person is right now. So if whatever happened to them with their father and their mother happened at 14 years old, your person emotionally is only 14 years old. They're still stuck there. Eight of Swords, they're still stuck there. Right? So this is a time for lots of emotional growth for your person. I mean, they're coming out here as the King of Cups, and the King of Cups is the master of emotion. He is emotionally mature. So your person's telling you now that there were a lot of things going on with them that they and all didn't even recognize what's happening, but they've done now a lot of introspection, and they're connecting not just their own journey with their relationships, but they're connecting how their journey also reflects and feels like it father's journey, their father's journey, right? How it reflects their father's journey as well, and perhaps their father's father and their father's father. So, the cycles keep repeating until somebody stops and says, wait a minute, wait a minute, hold up. And those are the generational curses that we are meant to break. Right? So this is what your person's doing right now. They're breaking these generational curses. So this generational curse of the paranoia and the distrust in people, this is something that they are actively taking charge of. They also want to tell you that because they were running away from love, right? They didn't know themselves, right? So they thought they knew what love is. Because they were running away from love, they ended up running into the exact same experiences that they wanted to avoid in the first place. So they didn't want to be abandoned, they found people that abandoned them. They didn't want to be betrayed, they found people that betrayed them. Once you're in that energy of distrust or mistrust, you're going to find people who will do shit to you to amplify that energy. Right? So whatever they were running from is exactly what they attracted. And they want to tell you that. I think they just want you to understand who they are, where they're coming from, and what they're dealing with right now. So it's no excuse for their behavior. It's just reasons. Okay? Take it as you want. Do with it as you want. All right. Let's see what their higher self has to say about this whole story. Let's see what the higher self has to say about this whole story. And higher self is confirming that it is a dark story indeed, and it goes far further back than we could ever imagine. Look at this portal here, right? So that tells us it goes way back. This dark story that your person's been telling themselves, it goes way back. What does their higher self want to say? Higher self, we have celestial speed up. It's a card number 67. 67 reduced to 13, and 13 is all about transformation. So what's happening right now? Your person is pressing the gas on their healing. It feels like the epiphanies are coming hard and fast, hard and fast. And it's epiphanies about themselves and their place or their role in the family system and healing multi-generational wounds. Okay, let's see what the higher self wants you to know. We have strength card, so we get it again. Right, so it's a cosign. We have the Knight of Pentacles. Right, that can talk about reparenting yourself. It can also talk about being a friend, reaching out, an apology. We have Four of Pentacles in reverse. Releasing the things that don't serve us and becoming more vulnerable. And we have the Two of Wands in reverse, which goes to the Ace of Wands. All right, so higher self is just confirming everything that your person said, and then letting you know that your person is no longer going to give their power away to fear, right? Give their power away to their mind, paranoia, the past, their father's past, their father's past. They're no longer going to give their power away to that. They are starting afresh, starting over, and it looks like they want to start a fresh start with you. They're releasing all this shit. It doesn't even belong to, most of it doesn't even belong to them in the first place. It's so strange how we can live and relive our parents, grandparents, great-grandparents' lives, and we have no idea. Right? So your person, they want to start afresh. They don't want to walk the same path as their ancestors. When it comes to generational programming, they want to do something different. Okay, so that's why it looks like they're reaching out now. All right. Now, based on what we're seeing here, what can we expect will be this person's next actions towards you within a month of you watching this reading? We have the Queen of Wands in reverse. That's an energy of non-action. We have Temperance in reverse. Oh my God. Oh no, that's Judgment in reverse. Misjudging a situation. We have the Sun card in reverse. My God, being unhappy. And we have the Lovers in reverse. So listen, this person is choosing you, but all I sense here is like a lot of upheaval. happening in your person's life. So their actions towards you is going to be non-action right now. They're not even stable within themselves. I think they're just trying to make themselves happy. I think they're trying to rebalance themselves, make themselves stable. But I don't see any 3D action towards you within a month's time. I don't see that. I don't see that. Let's see what Spirit wants you to do in this situation. What does Spirit want you to do in this situation here? We have appreciation. Spirit wants you to stay in a place of gratitude. And instead of noticing all the strife that is happening around us, to be appreciative for all the good and amazing things and people that we have in our life. Well, we have invention, do something new, and it feels like there's a creative idea that is coming through for you. And we have rest your butt. Rest. But this rest is more resting with intention, because it feels like there's message from Spirit that needs to come through. Maybe even that creative idea from Spirit, and you're not keeping your butt quiet enough for this to come through. And maybe even in your dreams, your mind is going a mile a minute with 3D worries. So Spirit's saying right now, take time to rest, reflect, meditate, okay? Because it feels like there's a creative idea that they want you to ground, okay? But you have to quiet the mind for this information to come through, okay? All right. All right, my love. So that was your reading. If I can ask you, please subscribe to the channel, like, share the video, put a comment down below. Just as an energy exchange, right? If you enjoy this reading, it helps us expand and grow. Hoping that by next year, the middle of next year, I can get to 40,000 subscribers. So please, if this reading was a blessing to you, please hit that subscribe button. Take care.